Hey there, Bryant Cook, and today we're playing a deck that I've never played before, and well, that's been happening a lot recently. I'm talking about NeoBrand. This is Ari Zax's list, not mine. I am not the expert on this archetype, so I just copy-pasted a deck list. We're going to play it today and see how it goes. So, once again, not the expert, but I do have a few initial thoughts on this deck list and, well, how it works. So let's cover how it works first. So the idea is we are going to attempt to cast Neoform on an Allosaurus Rider. Well, Rider is a 7-mana green creature, which means that you can get an 8-mana green creature out of your deck with Neoform, which is pretty cool. The best part about Allosaurus Rider is that you can alternate cast it by removing 2 green cards from your hand. So it's a free green creature, which means that you can cast Neoform on the possible first turn to go get Griselbrand. Well, a first turn Griselbrand is really powerful and it allows you to draw a whole bunch of cards, including Nourishing Shoal. While Nourishing Shoal is a free card that you can cast by exiling a green card from your hand to gain life. Sounds familiar, right? Like you might have watched that Griselbrand video that I uploaded recently. Well, we have this Autochthon Wurm that costs 15 mana, so you get to draw 14 cards off of the Griselbrand activation. And well, I'm sure you're getting the idea here. So we're going to draw a whole bunch of cards and then play Mox Ambers. Well, after you play Mox Amber, you tap it for a black, play another one. You're essentially using them as Lotus Petal. After a while, you play Springleaf Drum, tap Griselbrand for a blue mana, and play Laboratory Maniac. Then you can activate Griselbrand one final time to win the game. You might be thinking, Bryant, wouldn't it be better if this was Thassa's Oracle? No. I think that this is actually one of the few exceptions in all of Magic where Laboratory Maniac is better than Thassa's Oracle. Making blue-blue is actually fairly difficult. That's part A. Part B is it's really difficult to draw down to exactly 0 cards for Thassa's Oracle, and you don't have to worry about that with Laboratory Maniac, so I'm a really big fan of that. But that's pretty much how this deck works. We also have Children of Corliss as an alternative way of gaining life that isn't Autochthon Wurm. I'm not sure how I feel about the children, but then again, I'm not the expert. And Ari Zax has a number of 5-0s. Ari turned one to me in a video recently. So if you check out my Lurrus Lotus Breach video that I uploaded with Otherworldly Gaze, you can check out Ari just turned one me on the play. It was really sweet. I didn't get to do anything and we went to game 2. Ari also turned one Andrea Mengucci in a video recently, so I would like to turn one someone. That is my goal here today, so I'd love to make that happen. In the sideboard, we have Leyline of Sanctity, which makes a lot of sense, stops discard and a bunch of other stuff. Pact of Negation for blue decks makes sense. Veil of Summer for black decks that are trying to make you discard a whole bunch of cards. And then Wilt. Wilt is a little bit of an oddity to me. I wonder why it's not Natural State or Nature's Claim, anything like that. Just because we are a deck with only 11 lands plus these 4 Turn Timber Symbiosis. So cycling for 2 mana is kind of a tall ask, but maybe that's just what this deck needs because it only needs a few crucial spells. I trust Ari Zax building. I'm going to run Wilt today. I'm just wondering if it's on average better to cycle. I'm not sure. But that's really the only card that I question in the entire 75. I'm not actually sure the matches where you want Leyline versus Veil, because, or maybe you board them both. Maybe you just need a number of that effect versus the discard decks. I'm not sure. But they are a similar effect for the most part, and it's not like we're worried about endurance, which is sort of a concern for other decks, where here we don't actually leverage the graveyard at all, so we don't care about endurance. I just don't know what this Leyline is there for, but perhaps I'll find out. Sweet. I don't really have much else to say. I'm sure it's there for a reason. I'm probably just not smart enough to figure it out. That's my intro. I hope you enjoyed it. Short and sweet. Let's head on into round number 1. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. That said, there's no better way of showing your support than becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks, and we get to keep making combo content. The perks get better and better each level you go up. They also stack. To start off, with our Storm Fan tier, you unlock our private members section of our Discord, which comes with a highlighted user profile and then some awesome badges and emotes for YouTube. Looking for sideboard help? Become a Stormtrooper, our middle tier, for 2 sideboard guides of your deck choice every single month, on top of 50% off donation decks. Did we mention you also get 10% off merchandise from our shop? With our top tier, the Combo Cabal, you get a free donation deck every single month, 15% off merchandise from our shop, early access to private deck lists, and the most valuable perk in my opinion, videos early. That's right, you heard it, early access to all videos. But maybe sweet perk, secret deck list, early access to videos isn't for you, but you'd still like to show your appreciation. Make sure to check out theepicstorm.com/shop for card singles and Storm swag. Please don't forget to use your membership discounts. Finally, if you want to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel, make sure to visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks, where all you have to do is attach your TXT file and pick a donation tier. With our Epic tier, you can even join me in a video to showcase your bold brew in person and explain the ins and outs of your strategy. Card availability won't be an issue due to our new sponsor, Card Hoarder. With Card Hoarder, renting is super easy. If you're looking to get into Magic Online, there isn't a better, more affordable solution than Card Hoarder. Fun fact, you can rent the Epic Storm for 7 tickets a week, which is just a great deal. There are many ways you can support us. Just pick whatever is best for you. In the meantime, let's play some Magic. I can't believe it. I'm not even joking. We opened up the turn 1 in our very first hand. I am so excited right now. We are going to keep this. All right, I just want to make sure I'm not messing this up. So we have Reveal Chancellor. Oh, no, we have the Griselbrand in our hand. We only have 1 Griselbrand in the deck. Oh! Oh no, I just realized we only have 1 Griselbrand. Ari, why would you do this to me? I'm not messing this up, right? We only have 1 Griselbrand? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We have to ship the turn 1 win because there's only 1 Griselbrand. Oh. I didn't even realize what a heartbreaker. We have to mulligan this now. So this is turn 1 Rider, and then we have 1 land. 2 lands. I think we keep this, but I am so bummed right now. I thought we opened up a turn 1 win. Killing me, Smells. There's the Amulet. Draw. Drum. That means that we have turn 2. Whoops. Alright, so cancel. Play. Yes. Pass the turn. I do like that Springleaf Drum is an acceleration into the evolution. That's sweet. And there's the Dryad. Okay. Draw. You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Do we just concede now? Like, it's twice now that the Griselbrand has bit me in the butt in 1 game. Like, I think I have to concede. Like, there's no way around it. There's no way of putting it back in the deck. Yeah, like, Neoform doesn't put it from your hand. Yeah, we just have to concede. I drew the Griselbrand. Alright, so, not loving that. Like, that was actually a pretty big feel bad. Do we board anything for Amulet Titan? I'm not sure. Let me bring up Goldfish. So here's Goldfish, Modern. We're already under Modern. Amulet Titan. Kozilek, Force of Vigor, Endurance, Relic. I don't know if any of these cards actually matter. I think maybe we just resubmit. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Initial impressions. I want a second Griselbrand very, very badly. 1 game in, I'm not gonna, make a big deal out of it because sometimes rarities do happen, even in a small sample size. So we're just gonna keep our head on and just try to win, play some good games of Magic. All right, so we're a green card of this hand being the Nuts. I think I keep it anyway. Opponent taking a mulligan. Reveal the Chancellor, okay. So we get 1 green mana. That, honestly, it's not even that good. So we can, like, play Drum for free. And then play the Sanctum and pass. We need to draw a green card so I can cast this Rider. Alright, there's a Saga draw. That'll do. Alright, so we're going to exile 2 cards. Then green, oh, undo. Do I have to pay a life for that? I do, okay. And we're going to tap this. Evolution. Honestly, Springleaf Drum is way better than I thought. I'm really liking that. Alright, so we have our Griselbrand. Triple Mox Amber already. We're at 5. We did not hit a shoal. That stinks. Play out Mox. I guess I can play a Rider, right? Let's pitch these two. And pass the turn. Get rid of visions, I guess. Don't really have strong opinions on that. Saga goes up to 2. Suva, okay. That's kind of cool that you can copy a Saga. I like that. Right, so let's start off by attacking. I guess I could have played a land to deal 1 more, but I don't know. Alright, so let's draw 7, going down to 5. There's our shoal. Pitch the Worm. 29 cards in deck. Player land for turn. Let's draw 7 more. 7 more. 15 cards left. There's a few shoals hiding down here. Let's pitch the Worm. Alright, draw 7. Draw 7. Tap for black. Play Mox Amber. Tap Amber. Tap this for a blue. Where's our lab? There it is. So now I can pitch cast Shoal. It doesn't really matter. We have a pact in our hand if our opponent just happened to have anything. And then activate Griselbrand. And that's the game. We won game number 2. We're going into game 3. I don't think we're going to adjust how we sided. We're just going to not sideboard again. Click the submit button. And I want my turn 1. I want it so badly. I can't believe that we had the Griselbrand in our opening 7. It probably happens all the time and I'm just unaware of it. But this deck is super sweet. I want a turn 1. That's my goal today. I could definitely see myself playing this deck more in the future. I like that it doesn't lose the graveyard hate either. Like, it seems very good. I just wish I knew why Leyline and Veils were on the board. Like, there's got to be a reason. I just don't know what it is. Like, maybe Leyline's just for burn because you need all of your life in order to win the game. And then Veil Summer's for the shadow type decks. Because I can't imagine that you board in Leyline versus that deck, but maybe you do. Like, you might board Leyline in for discard and then Veil for their counters. But then how do you fit 8 cards into your deck? Game 3. We have the Rider. We don't have a Neoform effect. I don't know if this is a hand that you're supposed to keep or not. I think you're supposed to just leverage the London Mulligan. Like, I think this is a deck that you're supposed to be really aggressive with. And here we have the turn 1 Rider. We have Neoform. I guess if I draw a land, this could be a turn 1. I'd have to rip a land. Alright, let's see if I can rip a land. Reveal Chancellor. Come on, deck. Please give me blue land. Goes Quarter. They're gonna name Griselbrand. That's awkward. I did not consider Needle on Griselbrand. Hmm. Yep. I mean, are we even supposed to board and bolt for that? Like, I'm not even sure if you're supposed to. And I did not hit the blue source anyway. Think we just have to pass here. Like, I'm not supposed to play Rider out. I mean, if you're a Neoform expert and you're watching this, let me know if I was supposed to ship that 6. I think you're supposed to keep it, but maybe your odds are just too low. You only have 11 blue sources, so maybe that's just not good enough. Um, not sure. All right. Razor. Okay. Azusa. Doing the thing. All right. Draw. So we drew a land, but our opponent has a Ghost Quarter. So we're going to play this tapped. We're probably just dead. Needle too strong. I wonder if you're supposed to, like, this is my first time playing the deck. I have no experience. I've never even watched anyone play Neoform except for my opponents. I wonder if you're supposed to board in Wilt just blind against all opponents, or at least like 2 copies or something. I'm just not sure. Also, like, is Wilt really better than Force of Vigor? Like, I imagine that you're at a cap in your deck where you only have so many green cards, but the fact that Force of Vigor is free has to be huge. I'm just going to concede. We can't win this anyway. All right, so we're starting this league off 0-1. If you haven't joined them already, I would recommend opening up our description down below and joining our 7 social media networks. They're each great in their own way, but I would strongly suggest joining our Discord server. In there, you will find others just like you looking to improve their Storm game and grow as a combo community. If you're a member of our YouTube channel, you should sync your account to Discord to unlock our private member section that has the latest and greatest deck lists, concepts, and much, much more. Let's get back to comboing out. Match number 2. We're on the play, and turn 1 Rider, no Neoform. I think we're supposed to just like, we need to mulligan to good hands. So here we have the Rider once again. No, what is it called? Neoform, but I think we do keep this. Bottom the Maniac. And let's just Serum Visions digging for the Neoform. We want to lead on Visions. Well, we're definitely bottoming the Griselbrand. Because we want to keep the most number of green cards in our hand as possible. Okay. Probably burn. Draw. Alright, so I'm going to Lightning Bolt myself here and play the Abundant Harvest. Non-land. There we go. So next turn I can Neoform. And I'm not really worried about life total when we have Nourishing Shoal and Autochthon Wurm. I was thinking about this in between the round. During the deck tech, I was like, it's so weird that there's only 2 Autochthon Wurm, but when you're a 4x Summoners Pack deck, it's likely just the correct move. And now I believe that our opponent's actually Dredge. Okay, 2 mana. I'm going to hit that F6 key. Thrilling Discovery. And they are Dredge. Right? Let's take a draw. Chancellor of the Tangle, why don't you go get exiled? Alright, blue-green. Neoform. Go get that Gristle. Let's draw 14. Woot woot. Cast this Nourishing Shoal, pitching the Autochthon Wurm. Let's draw some more cards. Go down to 4 life. Everything's great. Play this Gemstone Mine because it taps for literally anything. And alright, so we have another Shoal plus Autochthon Wurm. We can draw a whole bunch more. Alright, 7 cards left in our deck. Let's gain some more life. I guess we can pitch these Chancellors. Soul pitching Symbiosis. They're the same mana. It doesn't really matter. Right. And then we can start playing these Mox Ambers. This deck is so good. I love it. Oop, cancel. I don't want to cast that. Let's play a Springleaf Drum. And then tap for blue mana. Where's my lab? Oh, it's on the bottom of the deck, right? Because I bottomed it. That is correct. So let's draw 7. There it is. Lab. All right. And then activate Griselbrand again. That is game number 1. Deck's certainly powerful. We probably don't need Pact and Negation versus Dredge. So I think we, at the bare minimum, we can just board in a Wilt for safety. So I'm not trying to rebuild Ari's deck. I'm sure Ari has way more experience than I do, but after a match in a single game, I don't know if you actually need Children of Corliss. I could be entirely wrong, but if that was second Griselbrand, I think that this main deck would be perfect. I mean, I'm talking out on my butt. Keep in mind, first time ever playing, but I think that's a pretty easy swap. 1 Wilt in. I don't even know if we board anything else. Like, this just might be correct. And maybe board in a second Wilt over the Children. Clearly, I just hate kids. You know, can't stand them. Joke. All right, game number 2. We have the Shepherd. We have Chancellor. What we don't have is a Neoform. I'm going to keep and just pray to rip one, I guess. Like, we do have this Abundant Harvest, so maybe I'll get lucky. When it takes a mulligan, we're going to keep. All right, reveal the Chancellor of the Tank. So Chancellor has been revealed, waiting for our opponent on Dredge. Mana Confluence into what? Thoughtseize. That was not a card I was expecting out of Dredge. So I guess they take the Rider, but I don't even know if that matters. Maybe they take the Abundant Harvest instead? Was I supposed to board in Leyline? I don't know. They wisely took the Abundant Harvest. Doesn't matter. We're going to draw a Neoform and just win. That is not Neoform. Bummer. Okay. I think I'm just going to draw off this. Shoal. Okay. Pass the turn. The Waterlogged Grove, believe it or not, does count as a land drop, unfortunately. Gemstone Caverns. Conflagrate for 0. Sure. Draw. Wilt. We drew our 1 of. Alright, let's play the Turn Timber and pass the turn. And maybe I'll get to see why Wilt is better by cycling it into the Neoform. Another Thoughtseize. Maybe this should be a game where I just beat them down with an Allosaurus Rider. Clearly. They took Nourishing Shoal. Okay. Draw. There's Evolution. I just need to draw land number 3 now. Alright, we're going to cycle Wilt on their end step. So you might be wondering, why don't you play out the Rider? Well, the Rider's a 3/3. Our opponent has a Conflagrate in the graveyard, so if they drew a land that taps for red, they could kill our Rider. There's no real point in playing it out to attack to meme on the opponent. Like, it's going to end poorly for you. And them hitting a red land isn't that improbable. Let's draw off Wilt, and there's Neoform. We've got it. And beat the land. Okay, so let's play the Rider. Pitch Chancellor Pact? Maybe we keep Pact. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Alright, so Neoform, go get the Griselbrand. We're at 20, so we can draw 14. Was there a shoal? There was a shoal. Okay, so we're going to exile this. And draw 14 more. 18 cards in deck. Kind of a weird number, but we'll see what we can do. I'm at 7 life. Did I not hit another shoal? Looks like that might have been the case. Maybe I was supposed to Summoner's Pact to thin the deck? So that way this wouldn't happen? I didn't even consider that until now. I suppose I could just, like, pass the turn with an 8/8 demon in play. But it seems kind of lame. Let's Serum Visions. Right, I don't want either of those. We drew another Neoform. Let's bottom these. Tap this for black. Play Springleaf Drum. So if I Visions again... Alright, I'm gonna Visions. Why not? Visions. Children. This is a spot where the kids would be decent. Do I have another... I could play a Rider. Tap the Rider for a blue. Do I have another... I could play Early Harvest? Alright, so we'll leave the kids on top. Play Rider, pitching... some Summoner's Packs, I guess. Let's play another Rider, why not? Okay. Oh, I'm not going to be able to... I don't have another Amber. I would need another Amber to play Children, and I don't have it. Okay, a little bit awkward. I think I'm supposed to just pass the turn. Discard a whole bunch of lands. This is awkward because if they happen to have another Thoughtseize, I get mega punished. Okay, well, I guess mega punished isn't the right word because, well, playing multiple Gemstone Caverns is get its legendary land. I can still attack for lethal, I suppose. And our opponent concedes. So we won match number 2 with Neoform, despite some obviously not great play. I was supposed to definitely double pack the thinner deck there, Summoner's Pact that is, and I didn't do it. So I should do that moving forward. Play mistake, but not punished. 1-1 going to round number 3. Playing your favorite combo deck in Paper just got so much easier with the Epic Storm Mini Token Pack. You can pick one up at theepicstorm.com/shop for $13. It includes 64 double-sided mini tokens. That's 128 tokens total. And they include 10 black, 10 blue, 10 red, 5 green, 5 white, 3 colorless, 20 storm counters. That means that you can count your way all the way up to 20 for Grape Shot, everyone's favorite Stormwind condition, a Galvanic Relay Exile Indicator, 4 treasure tokens for Strike It Rich, and then 10 monk tokens for our vintage friends. It also has Slime Time Live, 8th Progenitor Ooze tokens with the power and toughness already built in to make playing in Paper so much easier. No fumbling around with dice, we've got you covered. Make sure to go grab those if you're playing Modern. And then Squirrels versus Goblins, Chatterstorm versus Empty the Warrens, the Battle of the Ages. You definitely need 20 Squirrel tokens and 20 Goblin tokens. You're going to love this mini token pack, I promise. And once again, you can grab that at theepicstorm.com/shop. Match number 3, we're on the play. All right, so we have Chancellor. We can go get Shepherd, or not Shepherd, Allosaurus Rider. But no Neoform effect. We're supposed to ship this. All right, we opened up the Griselbrand. Oh no, this would have been a turn 1 if I had another green card. Ah, we're so close. Goes on the bottom. Reveal our stupid Chancellor that I can't use the mana. Ah, I just want a turn 1 so badly. Useless Chancellor trigger. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Alright, Spirebuff Canal, Ragavan. Come on, green card. Please give me a green card. Draw. That'll do, Peg. That'll do. Alright, so we're going to play Rider. And... Neoform. Griselbrand. Nice. Ragavan. My legendary creature's better. Alright, so we can play Amber here. Tap. And we're going to play the kids. It's happening. We're playing children. Okay, so now we're going to gain 14 life. And then draw 7. Draw 7. It doesn't look like I hit Autochthon Wurm, but we do have a Summoner's Pact in here. So let's use the Pact. Go get Autochthon Wurm. And then cast it, pitching the worm. And by cast it, I mean Nourishing Shoal. So we're going to pitch Shoal. Remove the Autochthon Wurm. Draw 14 more cards. Okay, so I have 9 cards left in deck. I'm going to Summoner's Pact. See if I can pull any out. Alright, so I can Pact, so that way we have 0 cards after this next draw. Alright, so then Shoal pitching the Autochthon Wurm. Play another Rider. And then another Rider. Okay. Mox Amber. Choose this one. Drum. Mox Amber. Tap for black. Mox Amber. I love this. Like, this is so sweet. Alright, tap for blue. Where's our Laboratory Maniac? It's in here somewhere. I have, I'm not, I can't see. I must be blind. Oh no, there's 7 cards left in our deck. I'm a dummy. It's in the bottom 7. Sorry about that. Playing Magic is a very difficult game. Play the Lab Man. Now we activate. Alright, we did it. We won on turn 2, but not a turn 1. I want a turn 1. Turn 2 is not good enough. Definitely want these packs. I wonder if you want Veil of Summer too. Because it is a green card. So it pitches to all your good stuff. Protects you. Maybe you just take out the Abundant Harvests. And Serum Visions. Like, maybe we just go all-out combo. I'm not an expert, so forgive me if this is just, like, not even close to the correct game plan. Maybe board out a kids and keep 2 visions? Alright, feel free to yell at me. I don't know how to sideboard. This is what I'm doing. We are looking to leverage the London Mulligan, in my opinion. This hand's not bad. If I had a Chancellor, it'd be a turn 1. Keep. So we're just going to play a turn 1 Springleaf Drum and then hope to draw Veil of Summer or Pact of Negation. There's the monkey. Draw. Gotta be kidding me. Oh, why does this happen? We just have to go to game 3. Alright. So we're going to game 3. Click submit. Okay, game 3. On the play. This has Neoform, but no way of getting the creature. You should ship this. So this has Neoform and the creature. Alright, so we keep and we bottom Mox Amber. Alright, 6 cards. Their opponent's going to 5. Alright, so I think we just play Grove Pass. Bobble, okay. Spirebluff Canal. Alright, we are looking to draw Pact of Negation here. Draw. Another Neoform. Alright, I'm just going to play land and pass. On their end step, I'm going to sacrifice the Grove to draw a card. I don't think we're supposed to jam into Spell Pierce. Also, Force of Negation's a concern. And they're just passing. So now they have Counterspell mana up too. Okay, let's draw a card. Turn Timber, okay, draw. I'm just going to play this land tapped. We're not allowed to sacrifice the Grove because the Grove represents our blue mana. Alright, so they're holding up Counterspell. So Veil of Summer or one of our Slaughter packs. So we have 8 hits here. Draw. Another Neoform. Question is, do I have so many cards that I can afford to Neoform in back-to-back turns? So it's essentially losing 4 cards to Neoform. Because I play the Rider into Neoform, which gets counted. I think I should just pass. We have 8 hits. I should just try to draw one of them. Alright, so Ragavan connects and hits Waterlogged Grove, okay. And they're passing the turn 5 cards up. Evolution. Alright, so I'm going to try this. Play the Rider. We're going to cast Neoform that is just obviously going to be Dispute. Okay, so that was the 1 mana spell that they had up on turn 1. So I think our best draw is Pact of Negation. Turn Timber, okay. Draw. I have 5 cards up. So many. I'm just going to pass the turn. Alright. Still 5 cards in hand. Ragavan. Chancellor. They could hardcast Chancellor here. Alright, so they're passing. Still 5 cards. Jeez. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Maybe the answer is not board out Abundant Harvest and Serum Visions. I don't know. I came into this without knowing how to sideboard, so it's sort of my own fault, but this is a learning process. Aggressive iteration. They exiled Mystical Dispute, so their hand just has to be stacked. Alright, so we're just going to make them do it. Let's go get the Rider, cast the Rider, and then cast this and concede the game. Alright, they got us. Alright, so we are now 1-2. Hey, you're still watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you're looking to make a purchase from Card Hoarder, TCG Player, or Amazon and are looking to support us, you can open up our description down below, and in there you will find our affiliate links. Those same links are found on the homepage of the Epic Storm. But that's not all. We've included a Card Hoarder button on our website that will load the Epic Storm in your Card Hoarder cart to make life simple for you. All right, match number 2, or I'm sorry, match number 4. We're on the draw, and this is a turn 2 win with Pact backup. We're going to keep this. So what we're going to do is play our turn Timber Symbiosis on turn 1, play Abundant Harvest, say land, go get our blue source, and then on turn 2 we Summoner's Pact for the Rider, and then just draw, drum. So it just hit me that we're probably short on green cards to play the Rider. Land. Alright, so I need to draw a few green cards first. It just occurred to me, so maybe this hand should have been a mulligan. I'm not sure. Draw. There's a Harvest. Play Drum. Okay, so in order to win, I need to draw a green card. And if our opponent's smart here, they just get Needle and name Griselbrand. Amulet of Vigor. Well, I guess also if they just kill me, they don't need to do that, right? Okay. 6 mana. Razor, so now they're making a lot of mana. Roll Turf, okay. A lot of mana. There's prime time. I think we're probably dead here. Yeah, we're dead. All right, I'm not going to make our opponent click through it. They got it. Bummer. Okay, so we're going to board out the Pact Negation for the Wilt. And the question is, do we want Children or do we want Wilt for Needle? I think I'm going to try Wilt. Let's see how this goes. I would definitely be interested in playing this deck again. It's a lot of fun. It's a deck that requires you to London Mulligan well, which is something that I really enjoy. I think I would just like a Cyborg guide before I play this again. All right, game 2 on the play. And I think we ship this. It just doesn't do anything. We don't have any lands. Mulligan. We have Chancellor of the Tangle. We have Neoform. We do not have the creature. And we have too many artifacts, in my opinion. So I think we're supposed to send this back for 5. Okay. So here we have our Shepherd, or I'm sorry, I keep on saying Shepherd Rider, Summoner's Pact Evolution, but we don't have any lands. Going to 4. Maybe we bottom the Chancellor because it doesn't do anything. No, I think these other cards are better on the bottom. I'm not even going to bother revealing that. They don't need to know that it's... We're just going to play this tapped. I'm so unlikely to win this game. Amulet of Vigor. Okay. I'm not upset at drawing another land. That's fine. So even if we draw land 3 on curve, I can't cast Evolution because I need another green creature to pitch to cast the Rider. So we're at least 2 draw steps away. Alright, the opponent played another Amulet of Vigor. Alright, so then the castle. So they're not winning this turn. Or at least I don't think they are. Razor. Valakut. Okay, so depending on what their last card in hand is, they could play like a Dryad of the Elysian Grove and then 1 unknown. Draw. Alright, so we found our green card. Now what we need to do is draw into land number 3. So they should probably get Needle here if they don't have the win. Looks like they're making a construct. Okay. They got map. So if their last card is Titan, we're dead. And they're activating the map. Alright, so they're getting in there for 2. We just need to draw land 3 here. Come on. What a heartbreaker. Stupid Serum Visions. Alright, they're playing the chamber. Gotta be dead here, right? So much mana. Oh, Cultivator Colossus. Yikes. Okay. So many triggers. Wait, I'm not dead? Okay, so we're going to take 5 down to 13. We get another chance to draw land number 3. Draw. Too slow. Alright, so land. Can't imagine that we get to live. And I drew the Griselbrand. Oh my god. Alright. I'm pretty sold on this deck needs 2 copies of Griselbrand at this point. I mean, it's 4 times in 1 league. Maybe I'm just like the worst runner ever. Who knows? But we're 1 in 3. I would love to get match number 5 and at least get 50 play points back. I'll see you there. If you're looking for more great Magic the Gathering content, definitely check out the Eternal Glory podcast. It is myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We primarily discuss Legacy. That said, a lot of what we talk about transcends all formats. We're available on all major podcast platforms. Okay, match number 5. We're on the draw, and we have Neoform. We have a guaranteed second land with this Abundant Harvest. We have access to the Rider. We're going to keep. But I think that maybe we want to cast Serum Visions for land number 2, just so that way we have an extra green card with this Abundant Harvest to pitch. Draw. Evolution. Okay, so there's our spare green card. So I guess I just take the guaranteed land too. I'll feel dumb if it's just like my top card, but 9 cards. Okay, so glad I did that. Wall of Roots. Okay, so they're the Yawgmoth deck. Dying Wolf, or Young Wolf, whatever it's called. Draw. There's a rider. So let's exile this Evolution in the Summoner's Pact. And Neoform. Put Griselbrand into play and draw some cards. We hit Shoal, so that's good. Cast Shoal, pitching the Worm. Draw some more. This is what I wanted to do all league. Alright, and we did hit the other Worm. Dragging the Worm over here so that way I can get it near my Shoal. Alright, and then pitch Worm again. We can draw 14 more. Let's play out this Mox. Tap it for a black. Play the Drum. Tap Griselbrand for a blue. Play out another Mox. Tap it for black. Play out another Mox. Let's just get some of these cards out of our hand, right? Guess we could tap that for black too. 7 cards left in deck. I can't gain any more. Oh, there's a Shoal. I thought I was out of Shoals. My bad. So then we play the Lab Man, draw 7 more. That brings me down to 0. I need to draw 1 more card. So there should be another Opal, or another Amber. So I can just play the Amber and then tap the Laboratory Maniac for blue and play Vision. Okay, so that worked. Tap that. Now we play the Drum. Drum is really good in this deck. Tap for blue. Visions. Okay, that's game number 1 over the Yawgmoth deck. So I do think that this is a deck where we want Leyline of Sanctity, so we'll bring that in. Take out the Pact of Negation. Probably the children. Hate kids so much. And then maybe 2 copies of Serum Visions. I'm not sure what else you're actually allowed to side out with this deck. Like, the Abundant Harvest is always guaranteed lands, and it's a green card, so it's just way better than the Vision. Okay, so this hand has a lot of what we want, but not the Leyline. I still think we keep. We just have to draw another green card. Okay, so we're going to get Thoughtseize. So if we drew another green card and didn't get Thoughtseized, we'd have a turn 2. Weird, they went after Abundant Harvest? That's strange. Laboratory Maniac, right on time. Let's just go to 19 and play the Drum. Weird. Maybe they have more discard, which is why they're coming back with the why they discarded Abundant Harvest and they'll come back for the Evolution. Nope. Okay, so we drew another land. I think I'm just going to sacrifice the Waterlog Grove. Alright, so now they have 4 mana, another Ignoble Hierarch. I don't want them to see how I boarded. I'm going to concede. Alright, so going to game number 3 now. Hit that submit button. Maybe I want the Veils. Come on. No. Alright. I hit submit too quickly. But here we have Leyline. We have Rider. This is a turn 2 with Leyline backup. So that means that I did not get the turn 1 in this league. I almost did if Griselbrand wasn't in my opening hand in that first game. A little bit of a bummer. I don't think I'll ever live that down. Just completely ruined my night. February 7th of 2022 just ruined. All right, grab my land. Enough joking around. Let's try to end this. Our best draw would be a green card, so I don't have to pitch the worm. Draw. Ding. Okay, so we'll exile the Symbiosis and Evolution. And then Neoform. Tap for green, cast the form. Go get Griselbrand. Okay, 8/8. Draw. Pitch the worm to the shoal. Keep drawing. Woot woot. Okay. I have another shoal. Let's search our deck for the worm. Shoal, pitch, worm. I do think that 2 worms after playing the deck is the right number. I wasn't convinced at first, but now I do think it's just correct. Alright, so now we're at 1 life. No deck. Okay. Play the drum. I mean, I have to have 2 more shoals in here. I just have to find. Alright, here they are. Shoal pitching Chancellor. Shoal pitching Chancellor. Tap Griselbrand for blue mana, what it does best. And let's find that Laboratory Maniac. Okay, and now we activate and draw 7. Alright, so 2-3. We had a little bit of bad luck with the Griselbrands. This deck list felt really powerful. I actually wouldn't make a whole lot of changes. I think if I were to play this deck again, and this is no disrespect to Ari, I would cut the Children for a second copy of Griselbrand, and then I'd run back 74 of the 75. I think I was wrong about Wilt. I think that they should be Wilt. Cycling is a little more realistic than I expected. I do wish I had a Cyborg guide, but I mean, I would only want a second Griselbrand and I would play the same deck list. It was super powerful and I really, really liked it. So, Ari, sweet deck. Thank you for watching, everyone. This was a lot of fun to play. If you haven't played it before, I would definitely recommend it. Super fast deck, by the way. You could probably speedrun leagues with this deck. Really sweet. Thanks for watching. Take care and keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.